Alright, hey everybody, I'm done with work. Just a short day, only 4 hours today. It's a nice day out, so I think I'm going to walk home, but I'll make some moves in my games before I head out. Let's see if he tries to go for this collar's mate. Fool's mate is another name. Also, it's a good attack with the knight, with the bishop defending f7. Or defending the knight, that would move to f7, fork the queen and the rook. And the king couldn't capture in that case. So William of Wyndham is playing what's known as the King's English Defense, response to the English opening, White's English opening. See, I was going to play my knight here first to prevent him from doing that, but this probably works out fairly well also. See, the knight moves. It's actually perfect. That is straight book. He's playing right in the book here. That's where I would go with my knight in this situation if I were white. So I move my bishop to d7. Excuse me, that wasn't, was that d7? No, that was e7, I'm sorry. That was e7. Okay, so black's usually intending to play, yeah, I'll show you. So this is the move for white. You play a4, because black wants to play b5 to attack the bishop. But now if we do the exchange, yeah, he's still attacking the bishop, but I win, whoops. I would win his rook. And then he would take my bishop, and then, you know, play would continue, but I'd have a rook for a bishop, so that's good for me. Take that time, this opportunity here to move my king. So now it's just like I castled, you know? So his efforts sacrificing his knight didn't work out. I was able to develop still a castle in a way without doing it in one move, and maintain a consistent position against his without losing any ground. Okay, so now he wants to play d5 because I would pressure my knight, and I wouldn't want to move my knight since it would expose my queen. So I have a few options. I think I'm just going to take the pawn. It's probably the most direct option, and that actually forks his knight and his bishop. And if you notice, I do have my bishop as a defender, but I wouldn't be able to get the knight in if they were to take with their bishop, for example. They could retake with their rook, because if I then attack with the knight, again I expose white's dark squared bishop diagonal, which is attacking my queen. My knight is effectively pinned in that game against my queen. There's a skewer if I were to move the knight. Okay, I like this a lot. So I'm going to bring my knight up to here, and I'm looking at a fork on his rooks at f2. I typically play symmetrical in games like this. Now, just to avoid any potential back rank mate situations, I'm going to move my pawn there so my king has an escape square. Okay, I'm going to bring my queen to here. I want to file up my rooks if I can on the D file. Excuse me, A, B, C, D. I'm sorry, that's the E file. I was saying the wrong file in that other game too. I meant the E file. It's backwards when you're black. Okay, so they take that hanging pawn, which is fine by me. So I'm going to respond in kind. Oh no, I can't do that. See, watch, if I were to do that, he could do this. Well, you know what? So that would be a check. I wouldn't want to interpose with my queen, because I would lose my queen. And if I step here to the only escape square over my queen, then he can skewer my queen through my king. Oh, it looks like I could pick up a rook. But see, then that would be bad. We don't want that. So, to avoid that, I'm going to give check first on his king. Okay, I'm going to pin his knight before I move my pawn to d5. Okay, he's still playing fairly under tempo here. Now, I don't want to fianchetto my bishop on the king side because he's got his queen backing up his dark squared bishop, and that could come down and cause me problems. It would be fine if I could castle before that, but I don't think I would be able to. Whoops, I don't know who this is. I don't know who that is, sorry. Well, I see this every now and then. It's not that big of a deal. Oh. Yeah, this is an old trick that I've seen before. So, when I take the knight, he comes and forks my rook and my bishop. I can then take that pawn. I drop a pawn, but I'm not too concerned about that. I mean, I can immediately follow that up with this. So, I'm going to go ahead and take the knight. That was wise of him. By interposing his bishop between his king and his knight, the knight is now free to move. However, here now I have an advantage in the center because the queen's not involved in defending on the d-file. My queen is still attacking and supporting the pawn there. There's that fork I told you about. Yeah, see, typically you would then do that. Looks like I got hungry pawns active playing right now, see? And then we're gonna do just as I planned. Alright, I'll make some moves in lihs.org, and then I'm gonna start walking home. You know, I'm gonna try something. I'm just gonna respond. It's debatable what is the most popular response to white's e4, whether black plays e5 like I just did here, or black plays the Sicilian defense by moving his pawn to c5. Both are played quite extensively. I do believe the Sicilian is a little more popular. So he's playing the English opening. I'll play the King's English defense. I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna try a couple games like that. I'm not as strong with that anymore. When compared to the Sicilian defense. Wow, this guy just got himself in a whole bunch of problems. Not only am I attacking the rook, I have also now pinned the queen to his king. So, got a huge advantage in that game. Oh, very interesting pawn structure. Very interesting, I like that. He could potentially get a checkmate here in a few moves. We'll have to see if I can get away from it. Okay, now I can have my bishop capture. A lot of pressure here. Okay, I'm going to take advantage of that pawn there. Push my pawn in this game. Oh, same game. Okay. Okay, he's not really developing on his king side, so I'm going to hold off on my development on the king side and continue developing on the queen side. This is a good opportunity to play e5. Alright, cool. Catch you guys at home, I guess. I'll probably play again before the end of the day.